We're back. Goosey, come and say hi. Are you back again? Is my girl back again? Come and say hi to everyone, you silly girl. Here's Goosey, my girl. My best girl, Goosey. I'm back. I finally decided my YouTube hiatus is enough. Yeah, it's so funny because I feel like I've been everywhere but here. Is what I was kind of thinking in my head, like, what am I gonna say? Where have I been? And it's like, well, I've been everywhere but here. I thought I'd take you along with me for the day and explain some things, where I've been, who I've been with, what I'm working on. I haven't really discussed, you know, everything that's going on with me. Honestly, anywhere. So I thought, well, you know what? My YouTube family in ways know me the best. So maybe we can have a little catch up. Goose? Goosey? Where's my silly girl? Hi! Hello, silly girl. So, I guess I want to start off with Goose. She's just here. A pretty girl. Is that my pretty girl? Is that my pretty girl, Goosey? Hi. I did show her off a little bit on my Dream Life video. However, I didn't really talk about her much, but she's now 10 months old. She's here, thriving. She's such a good girl, aren't you? You're such a good girl. She's so well behaved. She always comes to like the events and stuff, and makes so many friends, and all the girls are like, oh my god, I can't believe she's so well behaved. I think she's just a stray from Macedonia, aren't you? So you're like a little tiny German shepherd, aren't you? I think she's definitely got Alsatian in her because she literally is so easy to train. I'd love to say it's me, however, it's all her. Having a puppy is intense, but I'm really lucky that she's, like, for the most part, just like a really good girl. Aren't you? You're such a good girl. So that's her, and she's been really good actually for me making friends and stuff in Manchester. I don't know, it's just nice to have like a companion. Sometimes I look at her and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm with you. Like, you're with me for so long now. Ellis is there. I'm so sorry.
Look at this room, guys.
This is a vast improvement, let me tell you that. For context, Ellis is just helping me because I am a pathetic excuse of a human and I can't seem to keep any space of my own tidy. All I wanted to say is that Ellis is here in Manchester. She comes to stay with me fairly often, I'd say. We still don't have a role for Ellis, but Ellis is essentially my right-hand woman, is what I say.
I just always say to people, I just do the most random stuff.
Yeah.
Just loads of things. Like tidy room.
Yeah. Well, I guess another update. I have a new car. I got a new car because my car went to car heaven. I was due to drive, I had a meeting, I was due to drive back to Manchester from London, and this like thick black cloud of smoke was just appearing from the exhaust, and I was like, that is concerning and that is not looking good. And I said to my dad, can I just full send it up to Manchester? And he said, no, you cannot. So yeah, obviously I've been working on socials, and if you guys follow me at Sid Grows, you will see that I've just been like, you know, posting as usual, but I'm very much the kind of person where I could literally work myself into the ground, and I would be okay with that, you know. I very much hyperfixate on things, and I get very locked in. When I'm passionate about something, I just kind of, that's all I see, and I just get like tunnel vision. And I think like that certainly has been like really amazing for me to get me into the position at the rate I have, you know. I've been really trying to just take some time to kind of realise that rest is just as productive as doing. I was working 7 days a week, all day, all hours of the day, from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep. YouTube was just taking too long for me to edit, and it kind of got to a point where I was just like, I am actually going to break. I'm going to break. And so for me, like, the best way to handle that was just to be like, look, okay, I'm not going to do anything, and I'm just going to reset, and I'm just going to like focus on these things that are taking a lot more of my time, and then go from there. I have a boyfriend now. And obviously I've got my little puppy, so these two new things entered my life. Suddenly it's like I can't be as selfish, or I can't just work flat out as much as I was or wanted to, and so it's been like a really good learning curve to like be with someone. Sometimes I make myself cringe so much with like how soppy I am. I'm definitely in my like soft girl, like lover girl like era. I spent like 2 years being single after a really hard time, and I feel like the work was like so worth it that I've put on myself, and I just feel like it's come at like the perfect time. And I have been really like working on just like, you know, dedicating time throughout my week and my day to like have time for a relationship and have time for like my dog, and like, you know, finishing at 5 p.m. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I kind of got into this like flow of just working all around the clock, and it felt sustainable, but that's because I was just running off of adrenaline. But really and truthfully, it's not. And life is about doing like what you want to do, like enjoying the small moments, the simple things, and like whatever. And I feel like I just wasn't living. And I think with moving to a new city, having a new man, having a new puppy, it was just like too much. It was actually like just too much, and I just really needed to like strip things back down. I guess another thing that's been going on is the gym girls locker room. Like, I don't even know what we call it. It started off as a Facebook group, and it's basically just continued to grow and evolve. And we have spent the best part of this year working on some really exciting projects. We've got products coming. We've got, should I say? Yeah, we've got a podcast coming. We've got events. We are on a UK tour, so that's been taking a lot of time. So far we've done Birmingham, London and Manchester, and all of them have been incredible in their own rights. It's just a really exciting time, and it's so funny because I just really feel like I'm so in my element, like all day, every day. I just have like ideas like flowing and popping and like whatever. And I guess since I came back from Bali, I'd say I've had like a team of 5 pretty much, right, at max a team of 5 of us working. Oh no, there's like 7 people I work with on like the projects, which is just insane. And it's just, I don't know, it's just wild. I don't know, it's just wild. It's so wild. In terms of my training, this is like a weird one. It's like, whenever I say this to people, I preface it by saying I know this is like incredibly ironic because I am a fitness influencer. I just have been really struggling this year with consistency, and I guess I've had such a shift in like priorities, and where there was a time where I leaned on fitness so much because my mental health was suffering so poorly, or because I didn't really have anyone to like spend my time with, or I was fighting a smoking addiction, or there's a plethora of reasons why I like really leaned on fitness and gym, and like because I didn't have much else going on and I was just working as a nanny, I feel like exercising then and it's more about getting to the gym was a lot easier. I just feel like it's a real challenge for me to get up and get to the gym. And if I'm honest, like for the best part of this year, I just haven't been training and hitting all my sessions, or I've like missed a session, or I get cut short because I've got like meetings, or I've got to like go to Birmingham or London, or I've got like a shoot day and or I've got like a puppy that like I have to get back for. And so I find myself really struggling with that at the moment, and it really like gets in my head, and I'm not happy with it, and I'm trying to find like solutions and practices. I did a video where I was like trying to be a 6 a.m. girly, and I loved it. However, yeah, I still haven't stuck to it. I don't know why, I'm not sure. It's weird, it's like I'm working a lot more, but I'm also trying to implement like a lot more downtime, and then it's like, where does gym fit into that? Because for me, the gym isn't always, I don't know, it's just a thing. So I'm definitely navigating that. I don't know where I'm going with that. I've been trying different gyms as well. Nothing hits like my London one, nothing, but it's fine. So yeah, that's that. And then what else? Food and diet wise, with a view of having strength and muscle mass like goals in mind, I was like, you know what, I feel like I could go into a bulk. So in September I bulked until November, and then I just felt like I joke and I say, oh, I feel like I bulked a bit too hard, but you know, as we all know, bulking is such a mental game. It's like basically how long you can ride it out for, and I just felt like I wanted to go on like a bit of a mini cut. It's November 14th. So when did I start? I don't know. I've only been cutting for like a week or whatever, but I do feel much better for it. I think my approach anyway to do like cutting is like a much slower, gradual one, just because I know I have certain tendencies that maybe aren't so healthy towards eating as a repercussion of growing up in the noughties. Need I say no more on that? So yeah, it's going quite well. The abs are coming back, so I feel happy about that. I just think like, you know, do whatever you feel comfortable with. Like for me, I felt uncomfortable with the fact that like I don't really have an opportunity to really have an off season fully, because I'm always on camera, but I've got a lot of shoots coming up in over winter, so I just felt like, you know what, I'd rather just like bulk, have a little cut, bulk, have a little cut, and that's like perfectly fine to do. So yeah, my mental health, if I give a little mental health update, has been up and down. It's been up and down, and not ever, I think like I definitely have the coping mechanisms and like awareness and means more than anything to make sure that like I wouldn't ever go back to like my lowest. However, I feel like my mental health is always something that I just struggle with, and that is there, and I feel like I'm really working on building up resilience with the nature of my job, and you guys know that I always get counselling, so I have just been having counselling sessions throughout, and I have been having them for like years now, but they really help me, especially as someone that is just like whizzing around all the time. They help me just like bring me back to like where I'm at. So yeah, it's fine. I think it's just yeah, I don't know, I'm trying to think. I just have good and bad days. Sometimes I just find being in my brain hard. So yeah, Manchester is great. I know I didn't mean to start talking about that earlier, but I got distracted by Goose. I feel like a lot of Londoners are like die-hard Londoners. I couldn't ever really have imagined myself moving, and then I just felt this like pull to go up to Manchester, and it's so funny because I just go down south now, but when I go down I'm just like, I have a distaste, and I'm like, you guys don't know how bad you've got it down here. Like the northerners are just so friendly and like nice, and more than anything you just feel this like external slower like pace of life. Like I don't know, it's weird because I live in the city, but everything's just like slower, like no one's rushing. Sometimes I get off the train at Euston and I'm like, oh, here we go again, you know, everyone's in London is just running. I'm so excited to just like smash the last couple of months of the year, and I'm just really excited for next year. I feel like there's a lawnmower going past, 2 seconds. So I'm just gonna have to accept that it's there. He's just cutting the grass, and that's fine. He's doing his job. I think more than anything I'm just like leaning on like the really valuable long-standing friendships that I've had where people just know me as like Sid, and I can go and I can just be myself, like truly and authentically. And although I'm so far away, up in Manchester, I do like try to make like time for my friends down in London whenever I can and whenever I'm back. My fear of like imperfection stops me with YouTube a lot, and I think I'm gonna go for a little bit less of a I'm just gonna spend less time, I think, in the edits, because I think it was like crippling me, and I'd spend like 4 full days on an edit when to be honest, I'm not even sure you guys would have noticed the difference between like me playing around with like the same bit of like text or frame or whatever. So I know you guys just want to like touch base, have like a longer chat with me, you know, get to like know what's going on and that sort of thing. So I think I'm gonna do like much more like low-key videos, but try and come back to YouTube because I miss you guys. And yeah, and I hope if you got to the end, you're an absolute trooper. So thank you, and I hope you feel all caught up to date. I think there's nothing more to say then. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Maybe suggest down in the comments below what you'd like to see from me. I think my sister's desperate for me to organise my gym closet, so I think that'd be a fun one we're gonna do next. Maybe we'll film that like tomorrow or something. But yeah, have a lovely week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.